those countries that came forward actually kind of like took the heat off of China, because with China, that's the main thing that they was holding leverage with was their natural resources.
Hmm.
But the one that came forward is probably what turned the market around. But that happened on Friday. I had anticipated the market to turn around on Monday, but it was still selling on Monday and it turned around today.
So now it's a buy.
Now it's a buy, but it's an order block right here. This order block up here is the one that I'm looking for it to break on it. This was earlier. Okay. I'm looking for it to break there. Oh, let me just make sure that if anybody else is coming. Let them know real quick. Hold on.
I have to finish writing this paper. I'm swamped. Just get Grammarly. It's free. Can it help with what I wrote last night? Grammarly will catch all those spelling and grammar errors, and it'll help with the bigger stuff. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Visualize it. Visualize it. Manifest it. Manifest it. I'm going to see that and I no complain. Every day I dey watch and pray. After the job I dey watch my plate. I dey watch my plate. Don't be surprised when you see me elevating. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrating. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when you see me. Are you ready? 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 I'm ready. Are you
Okay. All right. Go back to the chart. Hey, Mike. We waiting on you, Mike.
Hey,
We
hey,
was waiting on that
man,
energy,
what's up?
Mike.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling out there?
We're feeling amazing. Let's hop on.
Yes, yes. Hey, we
We're
gotta get
here
some money
now.
in the morning. I hope
Good.
y'all ladies is ready.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna look at these setups for tomorrow. Bitcoin showed off today. Bitcoin showed off.
What I tell you, Weeda? I told you.
Look at fucking look. It's still going. It's still going. It really took off. Like really took
So are we also anticipating a
off.
minor pullback on Bitcoin,
It
or
gotta
are
pull
we?
back. It gotta pull back.
Okay.
It gotta pull back a little bit, but it's not no like heavy. It's not gonna be like a strong heavy pullback. But it does have,
Right. You remember
yeah.
what you were saying? Not what you were saying?
It's not gonna pull back heavy. Like it's not like pulling back to your entry kind of. You understand? Like it's not gonna pull back that far.
So you remember earlier I was we was talking and
Mhm.
I had said something about waiting for it to break the 90 level and shit.
Right after you
I
said
see that
that.
yeah, that motherfucker broke. So so now I'm thinking like we probably are gonna hit that 100,000.
Yeah, we is gonna hit the 100K. That's where it's going. Right after you
Oh
said that, I look. I said, "What is he talking about?" It's at 91. Right after
hell
you
yeah,
said
hell
that,
yeah.
it went to 90. I looked at right after you said, "I'm waiting for it to break the 90 level." I looked and it was at 91. I was like, "What the?"
And just the thing, back in 2015, I could have bought one Bitcoin for $700.
Man,
Listen,
I'm telling you, right?
just think about that. Think, listen, that should tell you right there that opportunities don't wait on you.
Hell yeah,
Opportunities
hell
don't
yeah.
wait. If that don't tell you that opportunities don't wait on you, because on Sunday I told y'all get some Bitcoin. That shit was down here. Like we
The
gonna look at.
Bitcoin I had left over from funding my account, man, shoot, it went from $1 to $3.
You see, Um,
That was just leftovers. That was just crumbs.
but just think about it. What I'm saying, like when you get in a position and you're in the buy position, also buy some Bitcoin. Don't just buy it like on the trade. Like also buy Bitcoin. Also buy Bitcoin. So yes, the dollar went from 1 to 3 because Bitcoin is going back up. It did the pullback already.
What you mean the dollar? Oh, you talking about stocks. Okay, okay,
Yeah, like no,
okay.
I'm saying Bitcoin. Like if you're taking a trade for the buy, right? On Bitcoin.
Uh-huh.
If you're taking a trade for the buy, also buy some Bitcoin. Like also buy some in your crypto wallet. Like don't just take the so you're making money in both areas. Like you're making money in your crypto wallet and you're also making money in the trade. So if you're in a buy, then you should be have some crypto. Like if you already got some in there, add some in, add some more because you know that it's going up. And if you're buying at the low on your trade, then you should be buying your Bitcoin at the low as well in your crypto wallet. So you should be in that trade in two places, basically.
Right, right, right.
I don't even look at my crypto wallet.
I know. That's kind of like I don't even do that either.
I don't look at my crypto wallet. I know it's in
Can't
there.
even can't
And
even
I don't look.
calculate it. So hell, I just tossed it in there too because I can't even calculate the crypto wallet.
No, I got because I leave my wallet. I don't put my wallet on my phone, so I only have it on my computer. I don't have it on my phone. But I just don't. I don't look at it. I know it's there, and I know it's going up because I know the market is going up, and we is in crypto era right now.
You heard about China converting their stolen Bitcoin. When I say stolen Bitcoin, meaning like they had some fraud or some scammers that took place in China, and China was like, all of that money, all of that Bitcoin that we seize, we're gonna turn it into dollars. You heard about that? That was like last week.
I ain't even hear about that. That's because I really don't watch the news like at all because there's just so much stuff happening. I only see the news when it come across my feed on my phone or if I see if like sometimes my son will send me a news article if it's like something major. I watch like I get the financial news that comes across my phone. So if it's not that, then I don't really see it like regular news of what's happening.
I
But
watch the news for the weather.
I don't even watch for the weather because they be lying about that.
In New York, they lie about that.
They damn sure do because it was supposed to rain today and it was hot as hell. It was 80 degrees outside. He said it was gonna rain today, but it was.
But one day I was analyzing the charts, and I noticed that even though like the news took place, but when I put my analysis together with when the news took place, it looked like that was supposed to happen, even
Yeah,
if the news played out or didn't play out.
that's because the news is printed three days before. Like unless you get breaking news, the news is printed 3 days before. Like the news is not printed the day of, so they have knowledge of
So
the news.
basically, it's history when we get it.
Yeah, by the time it gets to us, it's like it's behind.
True that. True that.
Like so, when you get in the Daily News or the New York Times news, that's news that stuff that already happened, and they're just now giving it to the public. Like that's the order block that I think is that I'm looking for it to play to. This one up here. That's why I said it's gonna go past 100. Like you can take another position tomorrow. I would just if you already secured your profit for Bitcoin.
Nah, my shit's still running.
No, I mean when I say secure your profits, I mean like your thing is set into profit. Like your trade is
Oh
your
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely. Like you had told me earlier. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely at that level.
so now that your thing is set into profit, you can tomorrow, like at the time where when if as long as it's still moving along the trend, you can secure another position, basically like off your profits. Like that's you would be scaling.
So I got a small account, right? And
It ain't gonna let you do it then. It might not let you do it if you have a small account. It might not. It might because with Bitcoin, it sometimes don't be letting you. I know even when my account was at 2,000, it wasn't letting me take like multiple Bitcoin trades.
uh,
Mm-mm. It
but
wasn't.
here's the thing though, right? Right now I'm using 0.0.01,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to scale it up to like 0.05. But I feel like if I do that, that's gonna not follow my discipline. It's not gonna follow my discipline, and then I'm gonna be back at square one again.
Nah, stay at the 0.01. Like you, you'd wanna. Okay, so the risk management thing, you're basically only
Mm-hmm.
risking 3 to 5% on your trade. Or like if you got $100 account, 0.01. You got $200 account, 0.02. But that's what traditional forex. When you're trading cryptos and you're trading indices, anything under 5,000, you should be trading a small account because of how they move. Especially with crypto, that's I noticed that when I'm trading crypto, even at $2,000, it wasn't letting me take two Bitcoin trades. It would only I was only able to take one Bitcoin trade and two. Like I was able to take one Bitcoin trade and one US 30. It wasn't letting me take two US 30s and a Bitcoin because of how fast they move and how they're measured
Right,
in the
right,
market.
right.
And that's what basically like a decent size account, like a $2,000 account, a decent size account. It wasn't even letting me take it there. With Bitcoin, it don't even sometimes let you take multiple accounts. It depends on the broker. I know what Liquid was not letting me take that second Bitcoin trade. Like if I took a Bitcoin trade, I couldn't take Bitcoin, US 30, and NAS. Like I couldn't take all three. It wasn't letting me.
Uh,
Nah, Liquid was
for
not.
real.
So it depends on the broker.
Yeah.
Some brokers let you, and some of them will be like, hell no. The way so when you trade in
Um,
Bitcoin, sometimes you gotta just trade Bitcoin by itself. Like if you're trading Bitcoin, trade Bitcoin by itself. Like Bitcoin gonna move. The way Bitcoin move fast, like Bitcoin gonna move at a 0.01. You get up to here, you get up here. That's a nice ass fucking trade, even on a 0.01.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Like my 30, I still got it running. And then what else I got? Yeah, my
30 still going
what's
up
that?
too. That shit.
Yeah, it's still but gold did me dirty, man. Gold did me dirty because last night I woke up and I was in like I had like $100 and I was like, man, I should take it out. And I didn't even take it out, but I got stopped out in profit, so I ain't
And
even gonna complain.
nah, you close out. Oh, when you get into a decent profit, secure your profits to where you're in a risk-free trade. So
But this morning when I seen the doji come out for Bitcoin, when I seen the doji come out,
you knew it.
the way the third candle came out,
You knew it.
yeah. I knew it, but like the way the third candle came out, it came out too high to the point where I was like, damn,
You
I
thought you
gotta
missed it.
take my
Thought you thought it left
right.
without you.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I definitely did thought so, but like I just ain't like the way that when it printed, that's where my entry was at. I wish my entry was like
Lower.
50% of the 50% of the second candle.
This thing came out nice.
So
It can't. I mean, it's still going. You still got that. Look, you talking about down here? You still got in at a good spot
uh,
though. Cause look at that.
can you go to the 15 minute, please?
You talking about this one, the third candle
Yeah, I wish I had. So I didn't even get in right there. I got at the top of the second candle.
up here?
Yeah, that's where I got in, and I ain't like that. So I'm trying to figure out how do I manage using the Hakanashi candle and entering trades at the same
So you're
time.
looking you. So with the Hakanashi, you're looking for the pattern. Because what Hakanashi is measuring is the average. So it got the doji right here, and this was the candle that you were supposed to get in on because it already had made the doji on the 8 o'clock candle. Look, you see?
Yeah, I seen that, but I was like, hold on. I seen that, but I was like, hell no, I can't get in right there. I had to get in at the I don't know what time that was where I told you I got in at. I had to
Right.
get in right there. Yep, right there I got in.
But that's still a good entry. But I see what you're saying. Like you wish you would have got a lower entry because right here is when it was telling you to get in. When it did this, when it did this doji and this flat top, even though it pulled back a little, it didn't pull back past the other doji. Like you see,
But
it,
how you know where to put the order limit in a case like that?
so in a case like this, when you see it like this, you want to open up your stop loss a little bit. So give your thing room to pull back. So in the event that it won't pull back, it typically doesn't pull back to your entry, like back here. Like it's not pulling all the way back here. Like you
Okay.
see. But you want to just open up your stop a little bit in the event when knowing that if you know it's going in a certain direction, you open your stop up a little bit more than what you would typically open. Like if you got a 30 pip stop loss, might give yourself like a 40 pip stop loss instead of a 30. Like just to open it up a little bit for the pullback.
But I'm still not seeing how you know what level to put your order limit, even if you open
My
up your stop loss.
my buy limit, like my limit orders, I
Yes.
I do my limit orders based off of the structure. So based off of the support and resistance level. Here. Like, so if I'm here, if well, it made a new high. If before it made the new high, like if I'm looking at it like this, typically looking at it like this, my limit order will be at the structure, will be at this support level. Because this is the
But
support.
if you put your limit order right there and the third candle printed way above it, how that shit gonna
Look, the second
trigger
candle
you in?
look, Like if I was looking at this would have been my limit order if this was the midweek. But this now happened. You understand what I'm saying? Like we looking at it in past tense because this wasn't the midweek previously. I would have looked to see
Mhm.
where it was having this rejection. Like this right here is what I would have been looking at and seeing that the market is not breaking like the rejection. And I would have set my stop underneath the rejection, underneath where I see it's not breaking at. So if I'm looking at this and it's doing this, my stop would have automatically been underneath this these wicks where it's rejected at.
And then above those wicks, that's where you would have placed your limit order.
Yeah, because I see that it's like if I see it's just wicking here, this is telling me that price is not breaking. You understand? Like it's stagnant. So I know if I set my stop underneath there and I set my limit where around where it's wicking at, then I'm good. Because I'm gonna enter in, it's gonna enter me in, and it's not gonna stop me out because it's not breaking below the wicks.
All right, I appreciate that. I'm gonna play with it a little bit and see if the way you explain that to me, I can put it into play. Because I see what you're saying, but I just gotta
You
put it
gotta,
into
you gotta, you gotta
visuals.
practice it. I get it. You
Yeah,
gotta
because
practice.
you told me I gotta use the Hakanashi, and I really been using the Hakanashi. You know, sometimes I go back to the traditional candles, but I know I'm not going to be able to see that doji and that flat bottom or that flat top
On a
when the
traditional
time
candle.
comes.
Nah,
Exactly.
you're not gonna see that on a traditional candle, and that's a pattern for entry. Like even here, that was a pattern for entry. Like if this is around the time the market pulled back, like around 12, 1 o'clock, yeah. So this is like it didn't pull back here, but the pullback was like your entry when it pulled back here. But when it's above the midweek, we're looking to take buys. When it's below here, like if it would have opened up below here, then I would have been looking for it to sell because is an order block. So I do expect it to reject in a lower order block, even though it's a 1 hour order block. I still expect to see some form of rejection here. But it broke that order block. And right now, this is the order block that I'm looking for it to come into and break. So 40. If you're already in, then
Right.
the take profit would be the top of this order block, which is 41.18. But
I'm
remember,
looking for that sucker to run the highs. I know, right?
it gotta break that order block though. It gotta break this order block.
Okay.
It gotta break this order block because this is uh, the volume that came out of this order block is not that strong, but it is like not that strong of an order block. We got some decent sized volume that came out of there.
But
So
if we don't break that order block, you think it's going to start downtrending again, or it's just going to
if it,
create a pullback?
I think it's gonna break. Like I do. I think it's gonna break. I'm saying like here can be a take profit, but I do think it's gonna break.
Okay.
I do. Like this is where it consolidated. This is the previous high. The previous high is 49.23.
But how do you stack? I've heard you guys talk about this, but I ain't never really asked. But how do you guys like take profit at like three different levels if you have one position open? How do you guys do that? Do you
So
take profit by using the like let's say you place a trade for 0.05, you take profit by taking like 0.02, like that's how you take profit.
talking about partials. I don't take partials. So when I'm saying in multiple take profits, those are multiple areas where you can close out the trade, like multiple options for you to close out trade. So when I'm saying like this is a TP1, and then this one up here will be a TP2. So if you have two positions open, even both of those two
Oh,
positions
okay.
as a 0.01, you can have one of them close out here, and you can hold the other one to close out at the higher position. The second take profit
Understood.
is just the option to hold your trade longer. The third take
Understood. Okay.
That's how the different take profits is. It's different price points for where you can take your profit out at. So when I'm saying TP1, this is be a TP1. Then up here would be a TP2. So that's another place where you can take your profit at, not taking partials. But while you're moving up, you can basically you can set your stop loss into profit. Like if you plan on holding it to the high, to this order block, then as you're moving up and as you're scaling in, you would um move your stop loss up into profit. So you're not risking nothing in the trade by holding it. So even if it pulls back, you close in profit.
Right, right,
As if you took partials. Don't leave, especially when you deep in profits, don't leave the market with nothing. Don't go outside. Like, don't do that. Don't give the market
right.
all your money trying to, like, because you got bias in the market. Don't do that. Like, do listen to what the market is telling you. The market right now is telling us it's trending back up. Based off of what we're seeing and based off of the levels that is at, it's still going up. When it breaks this level, then we will know that the buy is continuing when it breaks this order block. If we get a candle above this tomorrow, then that is telling us that we can move into the next order block, the next sell order block.
Okay.
You understand? Like you seeing some rejection here because it's at an order block, but we have to go into New York session. It pulls back during this time. So we're in Tokyo and Sydney, so we're expecting it to pull back. And we also know that it touched a 4 hour order block. So that's where you would see the rejection at.
Oh, dang. This shit, you can go on up. I gotta run to Walmart.
All right, so if you're already in the 30, that can be the first take profit will be the 40,107. The second one will be up here if it breaks. If it breaks this order block, then your next target will be up here. Previous was right around 41. Because the numbers is different on a broker, so it might be like a little bit different, a little bit point like 20 points off. Adjust according to your broker. So if I'm telling you 550, you might want to set it at 540 or 530 because the broker's numbers be off by like 20 points, 10 to 20 points. So if you're scaling into if you're getting into another position on this 30 and you plan on holding it to this high and you're already in, you will move your stop to where your other stop loss is. So like the only thing you're risking is your new trade. So if this is the entry where you're entering at and you're scaling in the position, this is where your stop loss is going to be right here, and you're the position you're already in that you're setting into profit, that's also going to be the stop loss for it. So this one is going to be a stop loss in the profit, and this is the only one that's going to be having the risk. The next position. But if we get a candle that comes above this is where I'm looking for it to go. And for the NAS, is already breaking above that order block. See how it broke the trend? the sell trend, a candle above it. We have a candle that came above it. We have above the weekly previous week resistance and broke above the resistance. So now this is the support. This is the new level of support, and this is the level of resistance. And we gotta adjust it because it made a new weekly high. It made a new high for the week. So this is the aim up here for NAS 19017. I only had my profit set to here, to this level, to this order block. But Nas already hit that. So we gotta adjust the weekly high. The weekly high is 18703.88. Okay. All right. So I will look for it to go because it broke this order block. And this one don't look like that strong of an order block. It really don't. So for Nas, I am looking for it to continue up right now. So during New York session, right around 10 o'clock. So the first take profit will be this order block. Okay, and if it breaks this order block right here, you can hold it to this one. 197 0 19770 for Nas. So looking for Nas to go up to 19770. And Bitcoin still running. I'm looking for Bitcoin to continue to this order block here. This order block is at 105,975. So if you're not already in Bitcoin, you can get in a position while it's going up. If you didn't buy some Bitcoin and your Cash App wallet or in your crypto wallet, Coinbase, Exodus in your wallet, up here is where the top this thing is going up to this order block. It broke consolidation with a strong force. There is an order block here. That's a strong order block. That's not right around here.
Ain't that one already mitigated?
Nah, it didn't come in here yet. It didn't break this one yet. This is the one that got
You
to
know what
break.
I'm saying? Like it's a you see right there where your cursor is, that bullish candle that looked like it tapped into it.
It wicked it, but it didn't break it. That's what I'm saying. Like it got to break above this one. This is the one.
But it mitigated it, so it shouldn't even waste no time right there if it mitigated it.
Yeah, it already touched it. It did already touch it. Well, no, it didn't. It didn't even come into it yet.
No, not on that side. I'm talking about when it was downtrending.
Oh, when it was downtrending, yeah, it came down and broke. It sold from there before. That's where it sold from before. See?
So doesn't that invalidate that order block?
No, no,
It doesn't.
no. That's not what. So when you see that it sold from here before,
Mm-hmm.
the order block tells you that it can sell from there again. So this is where the sell volume came in at right here. So that's what those order blocks are telling you. It sold from here before. It can possibly sell from there again, because this is where they're putting their volume of sales at.
But I thought they said that once the order block is mitigated, it can't even be used again.
No, 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 no,
So that's not technically true.
no, not at all. No, we use the previous order block. We're looking at this is why you see this happening, like even here, like it was happening on the let me show you. Like it comes back into those same areas. Like look, this was an order block, right? Right here. Okay. It came right like basically into the same area. Like if I put a
Right.
order block here, look, it's sold from the same area.
This whole time I thought it was a okay. I see what you're saying.
Like those
I mean, I've been noticing that, but I'm like, oh no.
no order blocks. When you're using order blocks is telling you where the institutions and the larger banks and stuff is putting their money. That's where they're putting their orders in at. This is the area that they like to buy from, or this is the area that they like to sell from. So even just because it's sold or bought from there before, don't mean it's not going to happen again. In fact, if they sold or bought from there before, it's more likely for it to happen again.
Right.
Get off my back. So if it already sold from there, it's more likely for it to happen again. So that's why we use the previous order block. So because it sold from there before, it can sell from there again. And it had a heavy volume of sales that came from there. John. So that's how I'm using them. Because even right here, you see how I bought from here and then bought from right here from the same spot. It came into this order block and bought from the same spot. Like if I put a box around all these buy areas, it's kind of all in the same spot. Same thing for the sell area. Like if I put a box here around all of this is all happening in the same area. It might create a different order block, but it's within the same zone because that's where the institutions like to take their sales. Especially when you're looking at it from a higher time frame perspective, that's where they're placing their money at. So for Bitcoin, like looking at it, being that it sold from there, from this area right here before, that's like 99.2 or 99.4, 99.4. See, this is where it's been selling from. See how I wicked here before? So wick. So that's where it's at right now. So it can come all the way in here to about 99. So this would be your actual, then here would be your first take profit, like 99.2, 99.4, 99.2 would be TP1. And if it breaks that order block, then your second take profit would be the 105. Then you could probably hold it to 105. But around 99 to 99 to would be your second take profit. I mean your first take profit. And even from where it's at, holding it to 99 will still be a nice profit margin. Is that even up here? Yeah. This is a high volume one up here too, though. So you might see some rejection there. High volume sales came from right there, from this little one. This is the one that is in right here. That we passed through. I'm looking for it to continue up into the 90, like 99 area for Bitcoin. Here's the golden lady. Gold victim to this order block here, and it's pulling back up. And it's also the mid. Give him back the phone. Give it back to him. So going back up from the midweek right now. It didn't break the midweek mark. So this is what I was saying earlier, that if gold was not rejecting the midweek. No. Okay. So we looking for gold to continue buying, especially because it's rejecting out of this 4 hour order block. Here, it didn't break that 4 hour order block. It came in there with that 4 hour order block and continued up. And the new high that it made on a weekly. The new high is 35.00.120. Five, 0, 0. The bid marker comes up to 3188.029. 3179, 3179,689. The midweek is 339.904 now. So still anticipating gold buy to continue. As I tell you, gold don't sell for long. It don't. And it just wick really heavy out of this. So I'm looking for the buy on gold to continue. Around 6 o'clock, you want to be looking for your entry for gold. You want to be looking for your entry for gold right around 6 a.m. or buy. So we got a buy continuing on NAS. We got to continue on buy on US 30. We got Bitcoin buying, continuing to buy. 30 and gold to buy. Got the DXY. And the DXY is in the sell order block and pulling bait. Yep. And if the dollar is selling, gold is buying. And it's pulling back out of a 4-hour order block here. It didn't break this area. So we're looking for gold to continue to sell. I mean, gold to continue to buy. All right. Any other questions before I conclude the call? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this up. We got a buy on US 30, a buy on NAS, a buy on gold, and a buy on Bitcoin. Hold it. Okay. Pay attention to your 4-hour order blocks and look for the rejection there. Let's get this money, y'all.